out exactly like I had planned, the changing of the slides, but I'm happy to be with you this 2024. We tried to get this video out a little bit early, but you know how it goes. Our goal with Skyway Bound presents Fly Tampa Fly is to kind of bring the local Tampa Bay area aviation community together and support people trying to get into the world of aviation small businesses, aviation-centric small businesses. That includes more than flying. You need accountants, you need lawyers, you need IT. It's a whole industry, and that's what we're trying to encourage. I don't really care about all this video stuff. So if one of you smarter younger folks or older folks wants to take over and do something like this and do it better, and have at it. But until somebody does something that's really focused on the total Tampa Bay area, you're stuck with me. All right, so join our Skyway Bound community, hit that bell, like, subscribe, etc., etc. If you have any ideas, please contact us with your ideas. You want us to come out, and we'll come out and interview you and put you on camera to talk about your aviation-centric small business. Let us know. We just want to bring together the local aviation community and help grow aviation as an industry in the Greater Tampa Bay area. It's already got a good, strong foothold here. Now we just want to take it to another level. So thank you for joining us today. And we're going to go ahead and jump right into things. We're kind of a news-centric podcast here. So let me go on to the next slide. As always, we're going to start off with the question of the day. Don't have any prizes yet, but hold out. There's still hope for 2024. We're hoping to get you guys some prizes in the near future. Stay tuned. Stay with me. Question of the day. What action should a pilot take when operating VFR, or visual flight rules for you non-flyers, in a military operations area, or MOA, for those of you guys who know how to fly? A. Obtain a clearance from the controlling agency prior to entering the MOA. B. Operate only on the airways that transverse the MOA. Or C. Exercise extreme caution when military activity is being conducted. So stay tuned for the answer. But until then, let's move on to the first thing. All right, a little bit of political news. Congress, they've been working on a 5-year reauthorization bill, and it has stalled because there's been ongoing negotiations with the Senate over provisions related to pilot training hours and the retirement age. The current retirement age is 65 years in the air transport category, and 1,500 hours to become an airline pilot. Let's see here. They've been arguing over this for a while. They've been going back and forth, and they just passed another extension, and that is part of an overall government spending bill. Let's see what my notes say here. FAA reauthorization bill, long term. So according to my notes, the authorization has been extended to March 8, and they are operating under a continuing resolution, so all FAA activities will continue. They always find a way. It's politicians and government. They always find a way to, apparently this money's not real, or it is real. It's a figment of our imaginations, but they press this button and they say, oh, you're now funded to continue. It is what it is, so there's a continuing resolution, and all FAA services will continue, I guess. All right, so anyway, if you're keeping up with that, the aviation reform bill, what's important about that? There's a few things important about it, is that, with the pilot shortage, they're hoping to increase the age so pilots can work a couple years longer, and there's some negotiation to lower the required 1,500 hours to some lower amount, so it's less cost prohibitive and people can get to working the air transport jobs a lot quicker, and that will also help fill in the gap of helping alleviate this alleged shortage. All right, moving on. Some good fun news. NASA and Joby, well, NASA's government too, but NASA and Joby is they're publicly traded. They're actually a publicly traded company. They're working on paving the way for air taxis in busy airports. And Joby just recently did a test flight in one of the busiest airspaces in our country, in New York City. Let's see, researchers are one step closer to integrating air taxis and other electric vertical takeoff and landing vehicles into the country's busiest airports, thanks to new traffic air simulation developed by NASA's Ames Research Center in California's Silicon Valley in collaboration with Joby Aviation. Their goal is for the zero operating emission aircraft to use electric power to take off, cruise, and land, and provide an appealing option, I love that, appealing option for commercial industry interested in more sustainable transportation. We've talked about this on this. Vertical takeoff and landing is coming. Differences in different vehicles of transportation are coming, and I'm very excited about them. And I want us in the Greater Tampa Bay area to jump on board and take advantage and become a leader within the aviation industry as the whole industry begins to shift and change. Why can't we be part of that? I think we can be. So that's why I kind of highlight this kind of news. I wish it was a Tampa company that was working with NASA, but in due time. We're close to NASA. I mean, hey, that's a benefit to throw out to them. So just keep trying. Don't quit. All right, another vertical takeoff and landing story. This one is in regards to Oshkosh. Oshkosh is one of the meccas it's a mecca event for aviation enthusiasts everywhere. Once a year, Oshkosh is in Wisconsin. They have it's not just an air show anymore. It's an air show, it's an educational event, it's a professional networking event. It's just a great, one of the, if not the biggest aviation event in the United States. It's one of the biggest aviation events in the United States. I haven't been yet. My goal is to actually get up there soon. I highly encourage, if you're looking to start a small business and you want to, really get excited about aviation, and this is a great place to go. It's a great place to network. It's a great place to learn more about aviation, and just really, you cannot help go to an event. We have a local event here at Sun and Fun, and you just can't help but go to events like that and feel super, super excited, because you're around a lot of very, very good people, people that are looking to make progress in their lives, make progress in the world of aviation. And I get caught up in the wave of excitement every time at one of these events. So I encourage you guys to consider going to that event. But they're going to have a vertiport for the eVTOLs, and it's going to be on display there. And I think they're actually going to be, they're joining forces to build the first electric takeoff and landing project in the Americas, and it will be at Whitman Regional Airport, home to the largest air show in the U.S. And I think it will be, according to this, it might not be up during Oshkosh, but they'll probably have a bunch of stuff talking about it. But vertical takeoff and landing is coming. It's going to really open up the world of aviation to a lot of other people who wouldn't normally have thought of it, but it's coming. So I want to encourage you if you're interested in the world of aviation, just keep your eyes open, and there could be a lot of potential. I've seen some reports of $1 trillion potential opportunity within the world of aviation because of vertical takeoff and landing. So good. All right, we're going to move on to the next slide. Little Tampa news, Tampa area news. Actually, this is Tampa because this is at Tampa International Airport. Recently, is she still our mayor? I think she's still our mayor. Tampa Mayor, she is still our mayor. Tampa Mayor Jane Castor and the Tampa International Airport, they joined in at a groundbreaking of an air ambulance company's new $10.5 million hangar and office complex, which will serve as its headquarters. upon its opening. It's scheduled to open sometime in 2024. This is a company called Jet ICU. Jet ICU is, let's see, it's one of the company is one of the North America's longest long-range air ambulance fleets. They transport over 10,000 patients from over 150 countries, and that's what they do. And they're moving to Tampa International Airport from Brooksville, and it's just another example of how you can start an aviation-centric business in the Greater Tampa Bay area, something like this. And this is a great example of a company that's making a really good, an impact on people's lives and helping people. And so that's what you can do in the world of aviation as well. All right, I found this cool story. A Florida-based flying company. They're not in Tampa. Hopefully one day we can bring one of these companies to Tampa. But it's Durrani. It's a Florida-based flying car company. They just recently got an FAA approval. And let's see what that FAA approval is. So in this article, Morgan Stanley Research, they're predicting the advanced air mobility market is projected to surpass $1 trillion by 2040. That's not a long time. That's like 16 years. It's not a long time. It's like the blink of an eye. So we have a company here called Durrani. They got a stamp of approval from the Federal Aviation Administration. And let's see exactly what they're talking about here. I guess it's just a general. I'm not seeing any specifics in this article. I'm not seeing any specifics. I have to... Oh, here we go. It's cleared to be tested outdoors. So they got a special airworthiness certificate to actually test their initial H-1 personal aircraft, is what they call it. The company is in the Miami area. They're trying to break into the potentially future $1 trillion market of advanced air mobility. And it's just a great example. So there's always a process, the FAA process. It's long, it takes time. So if you're looking to get into the world of aviation and producing vehicles and manufacturing vehicles like that, and then you want to get started as soon as possible, because it's going to take a while to get all the certificates. But a company in Florida, it's one of a couple companies. I think I highlighted a company last month, another company. They're doing it, and they're making things happen. I encourage our engineering type friends or dreamers in the Greater Tampa Bay area, if you can, go try to visit this company and see what you can learn and bring that knowledge back to Tampa, and let's see if we can grow something like this in the Greater Tampa Bay area. All right, this story caught my eye all of a sudden. The Corporate Transparency Act is taking effect. It took effect on January 1st, and I suspect, like me, I know now, but many businesses they're not really aware of this. Basically, this is going to affect the 35 million small to mid-sized businesses and related entities. It's a new federal law. It has the potential to carry with it stiff fines and possible jail sentence for non-compliance. But don't worry, you have until 2025 to file. The law is aimed at combating money laundering and tax evasion, and the government just wants to make sure they get whatever they can from you. But that's another discussion. Let's see here. You have to provide information about beneficial ownership to, what's the name of this? It's basically a sub company of the, not a company, a sub organization, the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network. They're under the Department of Transportation. So we're going to put a link from the Department of Transportation's website with regards to this new requirement in our description. Please go to it, especially if you're a small business, you're under 20 full-time employees, and you don't have a physical office in the U.S., and you're not reporting more than $5 million in gross receipts. You need to take this serious. You got till 2025. You'll probably start hearing more about it as we're getting into the spring season and more people start talking about it. But I just want to make sure that any small business we have that's growing in the Greater Tampa Bay area has the information they need to be successful. And this is one of the things to put on your radar, if you will. So keep that on your radar, and we'll try to keep you informed if there's any different developments. All right, around the Greater Tampa, not actually, these are aviation events in general. So one of the things we're trying to do is create basically a list of potential aviation events worldwide. If you're looking to start an aviation-centric business in the Greater Tampa Bay area, you still need to get out away from the area. You're still going to need to network with the industry. And so we're going to start putting this list out to the best of our ability. This is not a conclusive list. It's basically a list that I've already subscribed to a bunch of email lists, and I get these and I just put them into this little spreadsheet. If you have any information that's not related, right now I just have January, February, March, and I'll just try to keep it 1 to 2 to 3 months at a time because I only have so much room on the slides. If you get any information on aviation events, just shoot them to us at our information at the end of the slideshow, and we would love to help keep the Greater Tampa Bay area, people that are aspiring to get into the aviation industry. It's not just pilots, it's not just mechanics. There's all sorts of events on here for different people because the aviation industry, it's so big, and it's a great opportunity for anybody that wants to get into this world, this great world of aviation. So we're going to start every month putting on a list of events, probably a 1 to 2 to 3 month time frame, and try to keep you informed to the best of our abilities. And hopefully this will be helpful. Please let us know what you think, and we'll go from there. Scholarship opportunities. We're going to do the same thing with scholarship opportunities. This is the same slide as last month. And it's just to get the ball rolling. I'm slowly finding my way of how I want to deliver the news to you. But if you guys feel there's something better, there's something that will really help you be informed, stay informed. That will help get you the information you need to start pursuing and growing and executing on an aviation small business. Let me know. My ears are wide open, and I want to help the Greater Tampa Bay area grow the amount of aviation small businesses they have here locally. So just let us know. But scholarships, of course, are big. These are specifically scholarships to get people into, well, they're not all flying, but the majority of them are trying to get people to become pilots. And you can go to the FAA website. They have some scholarships listed. There's others that aren't listed on the website. We'll try to get those on the website. We'll try to get those on our listing in future podcasts. And we'll go from there. We'll do the best we can to help the Greater Tampa Bay area. All right, so now we're done. We're complete. Let's see how much time I got. I'm doing good on time. I've got like a minute. So let me hustle up and just start closing out here. Let's get back to our question of the day. What action should a pilot take when operating under visual flight rules, VFR, in a military operations area, a MOA? A, should that person obtain a clearance from the controlling agency prior to entering the MOA? B, operate only on the airways that traverse the MOA? Or C, exercise extreme caution when military activity is being conducted? And this is Airman Certification Standard Code PA.India.Echo.Kilo 3. It's listed on the slide too. So if you want to see where we get the question, we get the question from the free FAA Bank practice questions. But that's where it's referenced. All right, so let's go to the answer. Boom! It's C. What action should a pilot take when operating under visual flight rules in a military operation area? C. Exercise extreme caution when military activity is being conducted. And let me briefly read to you from the AIM, the Airman Information Manual, Chapter 3-4-5, Military Operations Areas, under Subpart C under that chapter. Pilots operating under VFR should exercise extreme caution while flying under a MOA when military activity is being conducted. The activity status of MOAs may change frequently, therefore pilots should contact any flight service station, FSS, within 100 miles of the area to obtain accurate real-time information concerning the MOA hours of operation. Prior to entering an active MOA, pilots should contact the controlling agency for traffic advisories. You're not calling them for permission, you're calling them for advisories so you can maintain your situational awareness. And then you have permanent MOAs are charted on the sectional aeronautical charts, sectional aeronautical charts, the VFR terminal area chart, and any appropriate en route low altitude charts. And then temporary MOAs are not charted, so you want to check your notices to airmen. Air missions. Air missions is what we've changed it to. So no TAMs. No TAMs. Check the NOTAMs. You should always be checking the NOTAMs anyway if you are a pilot and you're flying. All right, folks, that is all we got today. As always, want to thank our sponsors in the 2024 Jetline. They let me got their hat here. Boom, boom. If you want some of their merch, shoot me a note and we'll see if we can get a hat to you. But thanks to my friends at Jetline for letting me use the space here. I really appreciate it. And if you have any computer needs, any flight simulator, or even just general computer needs, just shoot the question to you. If they can't help you, they're going to point you in the right direction to find somebody that can help you. They're very helpful, and they're very passionate about what they do within the world of flight simulation and computers as well. So just reach out to them. Reach out to me if you can't get through to them, and we'll get you the computer IT help you need with regards to flight simulation. As always, I want to thank my friends at Mind by PC. If you're looking for affordable IT cybersecurity solutions, if you're running a small business and you're not a cybersecurity or IT expert, and you want to focus on, say, what brings you in your money, which is running your business, reach out to my friends at Mind My PC. Let them take that load off of you and help you protect your digital infrastructure of your business. But Mind My PC can help you. I've got them on my computers, and of course, obviously, I'm friends with the company, but I really believe in them, and they help me with my cybersecurity and IT needs, which allows me to do this and continue to cultivate and improve the content that I can bring, the aviation-centric content that I can bring to you, as well as out there and helping my students become better and future private pilots, or more. I can help people become commercial too. And then, as always, my entity, Skyway Bound Aviation Services, we're there to help anybody in the Greater Tampa Bay area that's looking to get into the world of aviation. You don't know where to begin. Just reach out, contact us, follow us on Instagram. If you want to see, you want to see how much fun I'm having, and follow me on social media, and slowly become part of our community. So that is it, folks. I think the next slide is it's done. There I am. Happy New Year! You folks have a great day, and just get out there. If you have a small business, if you have a dream, just try to make it happen. The year has just begun. Go out there and try to do the best you can. You got my support. Just make your dream happen. And there you go. All right, folks. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.